Hey guys, we're going to change things up and we're going to do shorter videos so we can hopefully get a lot more stadiums shown by posting a lot more frequently. I want to thank you guys for all the support, and I love showcasing off all your hard work. So without further ado, let's check out some stadiums. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and thanks again for checking out the latest episode of Stadium Center. We've got 11 awesome parks to check out in this one, so let's kick things off with Rogers Ballpark by Daddy Dawlich. This park, as you might have guessed, is located in Vancouver, Canada, and sits at the max elevation, allowing for balls to just soar into the bleachers. It also holds around 46,000 fans, so let's check out this super clean build. Starting off in left field, we have the Rogers Sky Bar. It's a double-deck restaurant right down the foul line with outdoor seating that just might be reachable via the long ball. Around the batter's eye, there's 3 decks of bleachers they built using the kids' ball field for the main structure. There's also standing room in front of the outfield wall, and we see a similar design on the opposite side next to the hotel. Each room has a balcony, so you'll always see fans watching from their rooms during the games. Lastly, you can hang out in the Vancouver Heights Club, which has similar features to Rogers Sky Bar and left. This is a really great looking stadium with lots of clean lines and everything angled towards the field very nicely. Daddy Dawlich is definitely a creator you don't want to sleep on, and I know I'll be showing more of his work in the future. Next up, grab your cowboy boots and 10-gallon hats because we're headed out to Texas for Whataburger Park by Ace Sanders 91. Located in Round Rock, Texas, this minor league sized field holds just above 17,000 fans and sits at 1,204 feet above sea level. They've also included the Dell Technology HQ in their skyline, which is in Round Rock in real life. We'll kick things off in right field this time, and they've built a really nice street-style plaza area right in front of the Sanders Barbecue and Sports Bar. Of course, there's a Whataburger to grab some food from next door, and the advertising on the wall fits perfectly for a minor league field build. Right inside the center field gates, there's a small kids zone with wiffle ball and a playground for the younger kids. Finally, left field has a great custom video board display, and I know what you're thinking. They lost the letter A to the prop glitch, but actually it's intentionally left out as they hit a bomb with Aaron Judge there and thought it would be a fun idea to leave it out as if he broke the sign with his home run. This is a really fun minor league build with a cool design fitting inside a city block downtown, and I love how the field is sunken below street level. Sanders has an extra 10% to work with, but I'm not sure there's anything I would add except maybe for some standing room fans in the outfield. Great work on this one, Sanders, and I know I have at least one more from you on my list to show. Alright, next we are headed northeast to New York as we check out Mets Stadium SC by NY Mets 2006. This stadium is located in the heart of New York City, New York, and is a new home for the Mets. It holds around 35,000 fans and has some very interesting field dimensions, including a shallow right field. But with an elevation of only 500, you'll still have to give the ball a pretty good poke. We gotta start behind home because it's anything but standard. There's a Hall of Fame area with a standing room platform above it for a great view from behind the plate. They've really shown off some great architectural skills with a tower of multiple venues on each level, including the Piazza Club and the Sky Deck on the very top level. Right field has a lot of great layers to it as well. There's everything from bleachers, private clubs, restaurants, team stores, and even a bridge to bring you over to the top level of seating above the Shake Shack. The scoreboard in center field is a sight to behold. It's a giant video board encased in a brick facade, and it sits above a balcony and home run deck. They also picked the perfect batter's eye using the one from Citizens Bank to include some foliage that contrasts nicely against the brick background. This is a really good looking stadium at night as well, as there are so many elements that light up along the outfield. You can imagine this place going nuts when Timmy hits the trumpet and Edwin Diaz comes in to shut the door. Fantastic job on this one, Mets, and I can't wait to see your next build. Alright, let's head down the East Coast to North Carolina for Brickfield Ballpark by Green Acres 323. Located in Raleigh, This stadium is built for an expansion team and has ties to memories from when Green Acres used to drive up the East Coast with their family as a kid, passing through Raleigh and a few others along the way. It holds 38,000 fans and is their third stadium they've built so far. Left field looks amazing with bleachers, standing room bars, and an elevated plaza with a kids' wiffle ball field. The right field bleachers have 2 levels with patio seating on the top level using the contemporary building to top off the deck nicely. The whole build comes together in center field under the video board connecting the walkways between both sides of the field. The concessions look great under the walkway, and if you look close, you can see his nod to the south with the cow on the Chick-fil-A billboard. This is yet another great stadium, and it's hard to believe it's only their 3rd build ever. This stadium reminds me a lot of my Pete Rose Memorial build, and I made that just a month or 2 ago. I actually like this stadium a lot better than my build, and I'm already ready to see what they come up with next. Thanks again, Green Acres. I know this stadium will also inspire a lot of others on their creations too. Next, let's shoot all the way to the other side of the country to Oregon for Emerald Park 2.0 by Larry Lovestein 1. This park is located off the Wilmette River in downtown Portland and was built as a relocation option for the Oakland A's. With shades of T-Mobile and Oracle Park, this venue holds 35,000 fans and sits at just 65 feet above sea level. Right field has taken inspiration from T-Mobile Park in Seattle and has an added plaza with concessions and a team store. There's also some box suites at the top next to the P&W Brewing Company. Left field has a restaurant named after the late great Ricky Henderson and has a few small levels of bleachers just over the outfield wall. Beyond the batter's eye, there's a few fountains giving some splash hit opportunities when you nail your timing just right, and there's a secondary old school scoreboard above the home run deck overlooking the Willamette River. This stadium is a great combination of modern style with an old school feel. I think this would be an excellent choice for a relocation for the A's, and I know Portland has been trying to get a baseball team for quite some time now. Excellent work on this one, Larry, and I'd love to see more from you. For our next park, we're venturing down to Arizona for Hack Mountain by Gonna Team Kill You. Located in Dingerville, the mid-sized park holds 17,000 fans and boasts a max elevation, so homers will be flying across those streets. Beyond the left field wall, there's a ton of standing room and a home run deck to party on top of. Left field has most of the outfield seats available and a ground level plaza in the corner with a bar and restaurant next to the observation tower down the line. Center field has the Wrigley scoreboard and a few nice planted trees around the concourse in front of the Hall of Fame circle. This is a smaller park, but definitely has a cool atmosphere. They did a lot of great work outside the park as well to give it an immersive feel in a mountainside neighborhood. Awesome job on this one. All right, we're headed back towards the Smoky Mountains to Tennessee. This is new AT&T Field by infamous XXV 100. This park is located in Chattanooga and is another mid-sized field with a capacity of just 18,000 fans. It's for the Chattanooga Lookouts minor league team, and it has a lower elevation of just 667 feet, which I believe is the actual elevation in real life. Right field has some home run style porch seating butted up against the parking structure and bullpens located below the outfield stands. Off in the distance, we can see the old park being torn down and midway through deconstruction. They've made center field really scenic with waterfalls in the foreground of the mountains, and there's even a couple homes at the very top that must have great views of the valley down below. They did an excellent job outside the park to give great sight lines in the distance, and I think this is one of the better cliffside towns I've seen. This is another fun minor league park with a really clean look and some fun features. The lighting is great both inside the park, and they even lit up some of the details in the background. Nice job on this one, Infamous. For our next park, we're headed out my way to Cali, but just a few hours north. This is Cola Field by Risen of Ashes. This park is in downtown San Francisco and seats up to around 22,000 fans. With an Oracle vibe in right and a Wrigley inspiration in left, this is a mashup I can't wait to check out. Starting in left, you can immediately see the inspiration pulled from Wrigley Field. This has an awesome clean look to it with bleachers kept red with the shipping containers and even has a rooftop patio next to the batter's eye. Right field has one of the better Oracle style right field walls I've seen, and I love how the top level acts as a bridge to center. You can also see straight through the structure to the beach on the bay. Center field also looks really clean with a simple scoreboard, and he's letting the backdrop do all the heavy lifting for a great view from behind the batter's box. Flip those lights on and you'll be headed to the vault to download this park in no time. I can't thank you guys enough for sending me all these great parks. You guys really do make my channel what it is. This is the first park I've seen from Risen of Ashes, and I really hope I'll be seeing even more from them in the future. Alright, we're gonna make another stop out in North Carolina, this time for Belk Park by Whataburger. This stadium comes to us in Charlotte and sits at the actual altitude of 751 feet. Whataburger is no stranger to the channel and has sent us a lot of great builds, so I can't wait to get into this one. Once again, we'll kick things off in left field where he's got bleacher style seating leading all the way up to the main level with some concession stands along the way. Right field has a ton of features with a few restaurants, bars, and a party deck. I like the custom FanDuel advertisement, and he snuck in a nod from me with a stadium center target next to the out of town board. Thanks, Whataburger. Center field connects the two sides with a large walkway below the video board and has a lot of area to stand and wait for home run balls to be hit your way. He also did a nice job on the grass hills down below, and the flag is perfectly located. Just another great build by Whataburger, and he's another creator that's been cranking out some solid builds at a pretty good pace. I know I have a lot of submissions from him that I haven't been able to check out yet, and he might just end up being one of our next featured creators. For our next build, we're going to check out Fountain View Park by Braves Fan 112296. You're going to have to take the midnight train to get to this one because it's located in anywhere. With an altitude of 700 and a capacity of 28,000, you won't stop believing that you can hit splash shots in this park. Let's mix things up and start off in one of the corners. In this one, you'll see the first of many fountains along the plazas, and this area has some counter service bars mixed into it. Left field has a ton of seating and a cool cutout with some trees and a waterfall in the middle. There's also some more refreshment stands below the scoreboard. Right field has a similar design with a water feature splitting the bleachers, and this time has a barbecue joint above the falls. The corner and right has a small plaza with even more stands to grab a quick snack at, and is faced off with a dark brick from the SDS sign. Around the batter's eye, we can see how the concourse connects the entire stadium and features a huge park beyond center. This definitely looks like a fun place to hang out before and after the game. Braves Fan said he went outside his usual style with this one and took inspiration from Royals 3.0 that was in a previous episode from a while back. If you ask me, I think it all came together perfectly, and I always enjoy trying to do something new in my parks, although I definitely have a style that I rarely stray from. Great work on this one, Braves Fan, and thanks for being such an active member in the community. Alright, we're headed out to Motown for our final park. This stadium made the thumbnail, and it's the District Detroit Park by Fury Sniper 81. This impressive build is located in Detroit, Michigan, and seats 28,000 fans and has the realistic elevation of 526 feet. He said it's a play off the planned area near all the existing home of the stadiums that Detroit currently uses. Starting in right, there's two upper decks above the concessions and individual bleacher sections right over the outfield wall. Over and left, there's some more seating above vendors and a guitar-style video board that fits perfectly for a Detroit build. What really makes this build special is that they've built an impressive concourse that wraps all the way around the stands. With concessions and team stores scattered on both sides and some great scenery mixed in, you get a really immersive feeling of being at the ballpark on a busy game day. No surprise here that this park also looks great all lit up, and I can imagine this build is going to get a ton of downloads. Excellent work on this Fury Sniper, and that's going to be a wrap on this episode of Stadium Center. Just a final note that I have closed the submission form for submitting Stadium since I am so far behind, and I'm going to try and start cranking out some episodes to try and catch up. I'll still be taking submissions from channel members, which if you didn't know, channel memberships are available if you'd like to show your support. Thanks again guys for stopping in and hanging out with me as we take a look at some more awesome stadiums. As always, I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope to see you in the next one.